Hello, everyone. Thank you so much for joining us today for our session on redefining manufacturing processes with custom functions. So this is our third session in our webinar series with PSP. I'm Merlin. I'll be the host for the session. We also have Paul with us, who's the director of BSP, and then we have Eunice, the chief technology officer of BSP, and Osama, director of delivery. Hi, Paul, Eunice, Osama, welcome to the session. And we also have
Hey.
Kamal and hey. And we also have Kamal and Angela who will be helping you guys throughout with any questions you have during the session. And if you have questions, please do share it in the left side of the panel. So before we get started, a few points to keep in mind. All the attendees will be on mute. And please, like I mentioned, please use the question tabs on your panel on the left to ask your questions during the Q&A session. But if you have any during the session and stuff, please do add your questions there. We have Kamal and Angela who will be like answering the questions throughout the session, but do save some for the end of the session as well once we wrap it up. And we will also have some polls that will pop up during the session, and we request your active participation in them. So now let's just get on with the session. So today's agenda will be a quick recap. Like I mentioned, this is our third session in our webinar series with BSP. So I'll give you a quick recap on what went down in the last two sessions, and then we'll have Paul who's going to talk about why Creator can be an ideal solution for your manufacturing businesses. And then we have Osama and Venus who's going to take us on a use case journey or like a customer's use case that they worked on previously with Creator, and they're going to follow it up with a demo. So basically, they're going to focus more on custom function and how you can build applications for your manufacturing businesses. And once that's done, we will have a Q&A session where you can ask away all your questions to our experts, and they'll be very happy to answer all of that. So before we get into the session, I would like to get to know our audience. So please participate in the first poll on how familiar are you with low-code technology. So it will help us to understand who our audience is and how well we can help you guys with your requirement. And it will also help our presenters today to walk you through the session with more ease. So please do participate. I'm going to give it a few seconds. Yeah, I do have the results. So I'm going to give it another 5 seconds so you guys can vote. So, we have, you guys are familiar with low code. So there are like 58% says they are quite familiar with it. They have extensive knowledge in it. And there are few who are just getting started. So, and some are pretty new to low code. So yeah, it's a mixed crowd. I think it will be very useful for all of you what you're going to learn in this session. I have another poll, again, to better understand where you guys are from, like what do you do. So again, it's easier for us to, understand your requirements and like kind of showcase the product better. We are seeing, yeah. Yes, I'm seeing some votes. I'll do another 5 seconds. Again, it's a mixed bag. We have a few people from the technical teams, from the IT team joining us today. So I think, yeah, custom function is something you're going to enjoy then. So now let's get started. So like I mentioned, in the last two sessions, we did talk extensively about how manufacturing industry can benefit from low code and how Creator can be a low code platform that lets you build powerful, manufacturing ERP application, not just ERP, but any application that your business operations need, how business and IT team can work together to quickly develop and deploy custom application with our easy to use interface. And we did cover a lot about low code and Creator and how it can be beneficial. And a quick recap would be how manufacturing industries can embrace low code. So how it is changing the manufacturing scene, how it's empowering companies to streamline processes, and how Creator, especially in that spectrum, is helping design applications and ERP specific to the business's needs. And of course, again, by adopting Creator, what are the benefits you get. And we also had one of our customers, AD Plus, who came and showcased how they use Creator, how they've benefited. And so I've also shared, you can see in this resource field, you can see the AD Plus use case. I'll also share it in the question and answer panel, so you guys can go through it and see how they've used it, and how a manufacturing firm like AD Plus used Creator and how they benefited from it. But now I think I will pass it on to our speakers today, who is going to walk us through how you can redefine your manufacturing industries with a low-code platform like Creator. Paul, over to you.
Great. Thanks, Marla. Let me go ahead and bring the slides back up. Awesome. And yeah, if I could just get some reactions to make sure everybody can see the slide deck again, I would appreciate it. Awesome. Okay. Well, hey, first of all, I just want to say thank you to everybody. If you've tuned in, this is the third webinar, obviously. But if you're new, this is purely about manufacturing and optimizing manufacturing processes using Zoho Creator. So whether you're evaluating Zoho Creator against something else like SAP or Odoo or one of these other softwares, what we really want to display today is the capabilities of Zoho Creator. A lot of people also use Zoho already, use Zoho One, maybe they use CRM, maybe they use inventory, books, things like that. And what we're showing today is kind of taking that to the next level. It's enhancing that out of the box functionality to build something really powerful specifically for manufacturing. So, this could be everything from, bill of materials to analytics. Maybe it's just a small part of your manufacturing process that you want to take to the next level, or you want to put it in Zoho, but you haven't exactly found a solution for that. So a lot of times that's why we tend to lean with Zoho Creator, because since it is an app builder, you can build what you need to tie in that functionality. So we're going to get into the demo very soon. I just want to give you guys a bit of a hint to get started. If you don't know where to get started, or if you're using Zoho already and kind of don't know how to take that step into Creator, I just want to go over that quickly. So, the best thing about Zoho Creator is it allows us to be agile with clients. So a lot of times clients want to build something special. They don't know where to start, or they need to make changes, right? In manufacturing, there's a lot of time that goes into updating your product. There's things that goes into updating your process, because the key to a great manufacturer is staying modern and efficient. You have to be able to make these changes on the fly. And the good thing about Zoho Creator is it empowers you to stay agile and to do those things. So, instead of using one of the more traditional softwares where things are kind of implemented at once, everything up front, it costs an arm and a leg to make small changes. Zoho Creator is kind of more focused on the end user to make those changes. The idea is to empower the people in your organization who run the processes to make the changes as well. So, just the first step to any organization starting is to analyze your needs. So I kind of would like the audience to think of this as the starting point, whether you're going into Zoho or whether you're trying to take the first step in Creator. You want to start with a needs analysis. Even if you're using Zoho Creator already, it's always healthy to do this regularly. And when I say needs analysis, basically what I'm referring to is you got to know your process, you got to put it on paper, and then you have to know how it's going to fit inside of Zoho, right? So, maybe you have a first in, first out type of inventory system, kind of basic. Maybe it's a lot more complex than that. Like we talked about before, maybe there's multi-level build materials. Maybe you have a completely unique process that not a lot of people in your industry do. So the first step is, laying out that process, writing it out, identifying what you need. So that way, when you start to build, you always have something to reflect on, like a blueprint. Or even if you go to a partner like BSP, it also gives us an idea of how your process works. So when we're looking at where to put Zoho in the process, we can always respect it because we know how you function. So this is something we talk with clients a lot. It's something highly encouraged. As soon as you want to start taking that step, the best thing to do is to always start with the blueprint, and then you go from there. So moving along, as I kind of touched on, flexibility, agileness is really the strength of Zoho Creator. And of course, the integrations that already come with Zoho, right? So what you guys are going to see today in the demo is something that integrates with Zoho Inventory. It integrates with Zoho Books. It integrates with Zoho CRM. Sometimes there's even third-party integrations requested, which it also can happen, right? Because Zoho has the open API and can integrate with your other apps, your Shopify's. Sometimes you have a very specific manufacturing software too. So that's also not a problem when it comes to integration. Cool. So I'm going to go ahead and pass the buck over to Eunice and Usama. And in this next step, we're going to, give some highlights about the system, and then we're going to go ahead and go into demo mode. If you guys have some more questions, feel free to send them in the chat. And obviously, if you guys want to get in contact to work with BSP, shoot us a message and we can get started with a plan for you. Thank you.
Paul. Can you keep your presentation, please?
For sure. Let me try and do that now.
Yeah. Eunice, I just gave you a presenter access. I think you should be able to present now.
Thank you. All right. Let me share my screen. See my screen, everyone?
Yes. Yeah.
So yeah, thank you everyone for being here. Thank you, Paul and Merlin, for the introduction and intro. I'm gonna just do here a small preparation for everyone. They're gonna see what we're gonna do as when we implement process in the manufacturing part. So as Merlin said, we have the AD plus. That was one of the part, but here what we're gonna show you is more like our, I'm gonna say, quote unquote vertical app that we developed through the last years, through our experience, and we implemented through multiple type of clients, manufacturers, of course. So we as you know, the how manufacturers work, and we're gonna go through that a little bit. We're gonna show you on hand how we can do with Zoho Creator a lot that works. Of course, we're not gonna have time, unfortunately, to go through every detail. We're just gonna show you some major important point that Zoho Creator offers as options for manufacturers. So the first slide here, just like a quick example. My colleague Usama will go and show you how that can be built a little bit later. So this is like just one first step. This is dashboard. This is one of the greatest this in simple thing that clients can do and understand how to do it. This is just through drag and drop. We can follow how many purchases we have, how many orders we have ongoing, see our availability on stock and everything. So this is like just one of the simplest and nicest thing that normally in other custom solutions will take days and days, but this is after you get all the data, all your inventory ready. This is through a little bit drag and drop, and you have those KPIs for any owner or director of deliveries and stuff like that will need to see each day. We're gonna also go through one of the important parts of any, I'm gonna say, manufacturers, all the parts of managing inventory, following the stock, managing POs, bill of materials. So we, like I said again, we have a little bit less than 30 minutes, stuff like that. So we're gonna do the most to show you as much as possible. So we're gonna try to focus on how those POs works, how Zoho Creator simplifies that for you. Work orders. Again, this is just like a part of how the reports that we're gonna show, and we're gonna show you on hand in the back end how the development was done through blueprints and through custom functions. So yes, I think I'm gonna pass it now to Usama, so we can go directly to the demo. And if you have any question, of course, let us know, and we'll go on detail. Thank you, Usama.
Yeah, thank you, Yunus. Thank you, everybody. So I will start by share my screen. My second screen is here.
While Usama brings that up, just want to remind everyone, if you're not exactly, we're going to get into some technical aspects. We're going to show basically how to put code in this and really get into it. But if you're more like a business user, administrator, like an owner, you just got to look at this more from a perspective of what it's capable of. Keep your eye out on the left side for the modules, the features. Those are going to be the bigger things to focus on for you.
Thank you, Paul. Do you see my screen?
Yes, sir. We see it.
Yes, perfect. So here we have our the application or the manufacturing app that Yunus just talked about. So in the previous webinar, we have showed and we have walked through every process inside this application. So I will not redo every process. So I will just present briefly an overview. So we have the inventory, of course, with the product list, which contains every aspect of the product, every information that can be added, the vendors, the accounts regarding the accounting part, every the categories, etc., etc. So we have the database of our product, our bond. So here we have the database of the bond that can be held inside our app and we can based on this database build our work order if we have different levels of our bond. Of course, here I have prepared some. Yeah, Yunus, of course.
Just show a quick visual so to understand people that are manufacturing the visual of the bill of material.
Yeah, of course. Here I'm showing a visual that have been done with a widget. So Creator offer this capabilities to extend a lot of aspects of Zoho Creator. So we have the capabilities to integrate widgets with JavaScript and have this kind of nice visuals that help us in this case show how a bump structure is inside our database. So here we can expand and we can show visually, and we can zoom in, zoom out. We can download, we can access to the product information. We can access to the product sheet, so we can see what is about. So here it's a very nice feature that we have developed in the past for our clients with the integration of JavaScript widgets inside Creator. Okay, so we have inside Zoho inventory the tracking of our inventory, of course. the availability of our products, what is reserved for what work order or sales order, etc. So we have every information needed here. We can do stock adjustment, of course, and so on. So we have work orders that are being held in our application. So this work order needs to be assembled, and we have different functionality available. And we have the purchase order module that manage our purchases, and here we have the capability to create manually, of course, a purchase order, or the purchase order is generated from a sales order or a work order. So we have different flows that goes inside. So we have different steps, different stages for our purchase order. Purchase order, when it's dropped, need to be confirmed, need to be received, and need to be approved, and so on. So we can have as many steps and as many stages as we want, of course. We have some reporting, of course, and the main module is the sales orders. And here where we have our sales, we can have different stages again, same as purchase order module. So we can have as many stages as we want. So here we have, for this example, draft orders can be we can credit check if the credit limit is surpassed, so we can block the process until my client is okay, or I can go ahead and approve my sales order and reserve inventory, and so on, and until I'm able to ship my sales order to my client. So here I have all the process of the shipment. I can prepare my shipment, print my sales document, packing slip for instance, or commercial invoice, and then I can confirm my my delivery and print my invoice. Please note that all of this is synchronized with Zoho Books in real time. So every product which is created in Zoho Creator is created automatically in Zoho Books. Every sales order, purchase order created in Zoho Creator is automatically created in Zoho Books, received, invoiced, and so on. So no need to, of course, thanks to deluge functions, no need to have double operation here and here and every tool inside Zoho. We have all our tools are talking together, and everything is synchronized.
Yeah, if I can add to that, Usama, in the meantime, because someone asked about how Creator is integrated with books and inventory. So because just the main point of the webinar is, of course, focused on Creator, but just to let you know, as my colleague said here, we leverage Zoho Books and inventory as I'm gonna say backend. So what we did is simplify for any manufacturers the possibility of managing their bill of material through their own process in Creator, but we're not rewriting the code for managing warehouses or managing the accounting itself. As Osama said, everything is linked to Zoho Books or Zoho Inventory to do that for us. So through Deluge script, that we can show you a little bit how that works, but we also leverage a little bit Zoho Flow, that we can show you also some small examples how that works, which are part of the Creator Plus license. Thank you, Osama. You can go ahead.
Yeah, of course. Thank you. Okay. For our demo, I have a quick function that we can code live together, so we can just have a good idea how maybe how it's easy to do a function and how it's powerful throughout good logic that we can build inside the Deluge code. We can build exceptional functions, and we can have very accurate processes developed inside Zoho Creator. So here I'm inside the purchase order module. I want to create a purchase order, of course, and I have here my product list subform. So here I can go ahead and choose my part number or my SKU that I need to purchase from my vendor. Here, for example, just a quick idea that I can, a quick idea of a function I can build is I need here to have a quick filter. I don't need, let's say, for instance, I don't need to see every part number or every item inside my database. So here I will show you how quick it is to apply a filter based on an event. So here I'm going to edit the application and go to the workflow section, of course, and create a new workflow. The workflow is for the purchase order form, of course. So I will choose it, and I want to run this script if the purchase is created or edited, both of the event. So I want this filter to be applied as soon as I create a new line inside my purchase order, for instance. I choose my subform, it's product subform, and let's see, I want to name it product filter or filter products. So my workflow is already created. I just need to have the code inside my function to be executed. So here, what I need to do is grab all my product or product database and eliminate, let's say, some of them based on some criteria. So for example, here first we need to have a product list where we can pull all our products. So I will name it product list, for example, and it's new list. Sorry, list. And here I'm going to do a fetch. It's a really powerful function to grab my information. So based and I will pull it here. So I will say from my product form, I want, let's say, only my active part numbers. So I will be sure that my user don't pick an inactive product, for example, just for the sake of the example. And I can go ahead and have a multiple, as many as I want, multiple filters that I need. So for example, I just need to purchase stockable item. For example, for some users, I need them to do just purchase inventory or a stockable item. So I have a flag inside my product form that specifies specifies if my product is I will track inventory for my product or not. So it's as simple as that. Why I just here, if anyone is a little bit familiar with the scripting and coding, will see that I just need to put the name of the field, and Deluge automatically understand that I'm checking if it's true or false. It's just this. So I'm here. I'm checking if my product is active and stockable. I will stock it inside my product list, and then just inside my row that I've just added, I'm going to say my part number field. I want to add this list that I have just. You can see, of course, here how Zoho Creator is helping me writing scripts, so I don't make mistakes. Of course, for my variables. 3 line of code, no need for more to do the job for this function. So here I'm going to create my purchase order. And as soon as I create a new line, I will see that my my list is filtered now, and that I have only active and stockable item. Really quickly, I can show that my workflow is on point. My product filter here. Let's see, I want to switch it to non-stackable item. Just for the example. And as soon as I create, now I have only non-stackable item that that are filtered inside my my subform. So quick, very precise. No need to have a lot of code to do this kind of functions. And of course, depending on the logic you want to implement, the code can expand. So here I'm just will disable this this example and go ahead for maybe another example of coding simple functions. For example, I need depending on the part number selected, I want to show or hide specific fields inside my subform. For example, here I will go back and let this this workflow activated, and I will go and create a new workflow that says whenever I select a purchase or I select a part number in an input of a field, as soon as okay, see here I think I have already yeah, I have already my workflows that have been created. I can just go ahead and append my script in the end, and I will be sure that it will be executed. So here I can go ahead. So just seek to save some time. I want to go and say to Deluge, whenever a product is not stackable, please hide the expected delivery date, because maybe it's not that important for my user, so I can keep my purchase order entry precise. So it's really simple. So I'm doing here again a fetch that check if my part number is stockable, and if not, please hide the expected delivery date or receipt date. So as simple as that. So here again, 3 or 4 line of code, and the job is done. So here, of course, here my transfer fees is not stackable item. As soon as I selected the transfer fees, the expected receipt date was hidden. So this is one of the features, the cool features that have been added recently to Zoho Creator, that empowers the subform capabilities that I can show you, of course. Here an example, let's say for this subform, it's really long to go ahead, and I have a lot of information to enter as a user. I can go to the backend and say to Creator, I want this line or this subform line to be a pop-up. It's more easy or user friendly to use. So here I will go to the purchase orders. Sorry, here I can purchase order form. I open the form builder and go and select my subform. And here, just need to check this option, and the job is done. I can reload my. Of course, this is live development, so it's directly deployed. So here I see that my subform now is something inside the pop-up, and it's easier to go through and enter every information.
One thing I can add, just like for those who understand development and did some coding before or still code, just like something like this, making a list from making a subform from list to a grid for a developer, if it wasn't think before, it will take so much time to develop. It's not like, but as you can see with Zoho Creator, with a click of a button, we can just offer that option to our client. One thing also, just like to add, as you can see, we're going to try to do the most in the time we had. So we started with some simple deluge. Now what we're going to do, as Usama will show you, is let's see the blueprint, and we also will show you some more I'm going to say robust deluge development that we've done. So I'll get it back to Sam. Thank you.
Of course. Let me please just go and disable my example. So I addition of a row, disable. Okay. So of course here I was creating a purchase order. I will go and create a simple purchase order quickly, so I can show you guys the blueprint capabilities. Also, it's a great feature inside Zoho Creator, and even in Zoho CRM and every other tool. It's a great tool to have blueprint workflows. So I'm purchasing here quickly this part number, and of course, as the one of the participants asked how it's synchronized with Zoho Books, we have a lot of code inside or back in the backend that create with the API that is well, by the way, really well documented inside Zoho Creator API documentation. So it's easy to create a purchase order. Every module can be synchronized with Zoho Books using the documentation. Everything can be synchronized and easily done. So here for this example, okay. So here I have my purchase order that was created in draft stage. So here, when clicking on my record or on my purchase order, I have here a blueprint stage that shows up in my overview. That shows it says that this purchase order is in the draft stage, and we can have a transition here to another stage. So here we have a blueprint. I can show you how it's done. It's really simple. For the sake of the demo, we have really simple blueprint on the purchase order side. So here it's designed with the tool of the inside Zoho Creator visually like this. So the start of the blueprint, the first stage, the transition, and the next stage after this transition. So here I just say to blueprint, okay, this is the conditions that need to be verified before doing this action, and this is the script, the deluge script that need to be executed after the transition is executed. So it's really simple to use. No need to have a heavy code to have this kind of validation. And what is really powerful here with Zoho Blueprint, it's that you can with visually say to or with the drag and drop say to Zoho Creator and the Blueprint, okay, only this and this user and this user have the ability to do this kind of action, or this profile and this profile only have the ability to do this kind of transition. So it's really simple to do. So of course here I can say that only inventory admin can do this kind of transition, or only this user, etc. So it's really simple to have some validation. And here I can go and say only on this condition I can do this action. I can show a tooltip here to help the user. Tooltip, for example, and say, for example, I need to be sure that my user didn't click by error on this action. I need to show him a confirmation message, so I'm sure that he wanted to do this transition. So it's really simple to implement. And of course, after this transition, I can go and implement a lot of logic and simply do the continuity of my process. So here, for this example, I have a lot of code that can go to Zoho Books, for instance, and confirm my draft order and can be transitioned to the issued stage, and so on and so on. So it's a great example that shows the combination of Deluge inside Zoho Creator, Deluge that talks to Zoho Books, and Deluge that is triggered by Blueprint. It's a fantastic combination that need to be highlighted, of course, because everything inside Zoho talks to each other. So it's a perfect combination here between Zoho Blueprint, Deluge, and Zoho Books to extend the capabilities. So okay, I want here I will go and issue this. So the purchase order was confirmed, and for the sake of the demo, I can show that my purchase order was successfully created. It's this one, by the way, 71. It's created in Zoho Books, and it's issued as I did inside the Zoho with Blueprint, and I have every everything inside every information that I've sent from Zoho Creator. Okay, so this is a simple and effective example of using Zoho Blueprint. I know. Do you have any comment, Younes?
No, the only thing I can add is, again, for us developers, this is again something that normally we need to think about even business rules. And this is something, as my colleague Paul started with explaining, we start with this because this is like, let's say this is an example how our application works, but depending on the category or type of manufacturing you're doing, so it's make to order, or you have, or you do custom, or you have a lot of cities. Depending on that, we need to adapt. So this is what nice. The processes themselves are 100% there, but through the blueprint, let's say for this example, we can just like adapt the process to you and make it work as you wish internally.
Yeah. I think we are running out of time, and I have so many features to show yet. But for the sake of the time, I will show it just quickly, and because I want to show you also some of the capabilities of Zoho Flow inside the Zoho environment. So here, for example, as Yunus said, that we showed some quick deluge script that can be scripted inside 1 minute to 2 minutes and yet be effective. And of course, we have some other features that can be more complex. For example, here to reserve some inventory for my sales order and take in account all the other sales order if I have available inventory, etc., etc. So for this example, I can show for this workflow how it works. So you can have okay, this is again, it's easy script. If we go ahead and read every line of code, it's perfectly understandable for everybody as soon as the for example the fields or the variables are well named. We can, everyone can do this this inside Zoho Creator and Deluge. So we can go ahead and spend some time, but I think we don't have much time to do it. But the logic is, I have a sales order that need to be processed, but I need to reserve inventory first. So I'm checking all kinds of rules before doing the reservation. Again, it depends on your business needs. Of course, here some of our clients in the past have different business needs. So we have built this solution throughout the time and added more and more flexibility. Of course, if you have a simple reservation function, it can be done as I showed earlier in several minutes and can be tested, of course, and we can do this kind of reservation easily. So here is the code for this reservation function.
The important part to know also, just to add to that, is you need to understand the job, like understanding
Business
how
rule.
to code in Deluge. That's one part, and that can be done. It's pretty much like well documented. But you need to understand the job, how the business rules. You need to understand that for any manufacturers, it's important to reserve and in some time to release that stock, and how that will work, and how many, and when I release, can I choose which type of product I release. This is very important for every time we're doing that, is we understand the job, and that's what we're asking you to, please. Every time you're starting with low code, don't take it as, oh, it is simple as drag and drop. Yes, for creating fields, but to do a great job or a great application, you need to understand the business rules, what you are doing, not just like starting, dropping fields, trying to do something like as simple as just following commission. It can be a simple app, but it can be go messy if those business rules were not clean, discussed with your internal team or your client, depending which you're a partner or something like that. That's need to be really well documented before. That's one important part in our job. And this is some of the misunderstood stuff about low code. It is simple, but it's as simple as you understand what you are doing.
Thank you much.
Sorry.
Yeah, you've just mentioned the release for function. Of course, I'm just showing that because it's not too complicated to explain. So we have reserved in the first function the stock for this sales order, and we can release the inventory to maybe process another priority sales order first. So we can go ahead and just for each. So every developer, I think, is familiar with the for each function. So for each loop, for each product inside my sales order, I'm going to reset the reservation to 0 and change the status of this product line, so it's not reserved. It's now it's waiting for inventory. So I'm just resetting here the reservation and checking if I've already shipped anything inside this line. If yes, I need to have a specific status for this line. It's partially delivered, and if never shipped anything for this line, of course this line can have the other status that specifies this kind of line. So it only depends on your business needs, and it's a really simple flow of code. So for each, and then we do some abstraction, we check some rules, and then do some abstraction and other operation, and then check in another time. It depends on the flow, and the job is done as simple as that. If we have another 2 minutes, I would show, if you want, Zoho. I don't. What do you think, guys?
I think we have still, Merlin, if okay, 8 minutes, so we're gonna just complete for everyone just to understand how Flow can help for this integration between books, let's say, and inventory. I think we have a quick example for you guys.
Yeah, a quick example just to show you how easy and effective can be this powerful tool, and it can be integrated inside the manufacturing process or every process. So, for example, here, since the accounting part is, for example, the chart of accounts is inside Zoho. For some of our business needs inside Zoho Creator, we need to have this accounts or the chart of account created inside Zoho. We need this chart of account inside Zoho Creator. So a simple way to pull all the created accounts inside Zoho is by using Zoho. It's really simple. It's just with drag and drop and Zoho, I have inserted here a function that is already available, no code or deluge needed, which is it says that every time that an account is created, I'm triggering a create record inside Zoho Creator. So from Zoho to Zoho Creator, here we have just drag and drop the mapping between Zoho fields and Zoho Creator fields. That's all we need. So here for Zoho automatically pulled the names of Zoho Creator fields, and here in Zoho Creator Zoho books fields, we just drag drop, and we have our mapping ready. So as soon as a new account is created, let's say account for webinar, for example, account code is something like that. My description. Save. So it will just take a few seconds, and my record is automatically synchronized with the Zoho Creator. Account for webinar. It's already there. I thought it was the first one. So it's already there. It's maybe in real time that the record was created. So the job for some of my business rule, I'm sure now that every account inside Zoho is already inside Zoho Creator. So no worries about having something here and not here. So everything talks with each other.
And again, and I'll finish with this, guys, is that as you saw, this is like just a quick, simple example, but what we've done and what we can do is like, let's say we have like an e-commerce website, like with Shopify, WooCommerce. So instead of doing that heavy development, Flow offers those as based integration or add-on. So we just like take Creator or take Books or whatever and just like link it with the Shopify. So every time I have those data, I just like simply create a flow with Zoho Flow, and it will do the job for us. Yeah, I think that's all the time we had for today, Merlin.
Hi. Yeah. Thanks, Yunus. Thanks, Osama. Thank you, Paul, for walking us through that. We are running out of time, so I'll keep it very short. So if you guys are like interested in starting a digitization journey, either with BSP or like just want to get to know Creator, I'm gonna quickly run a poll, just for 5 seconds. Please answer the poll. So if you are interested, we'll reach out to you and we would be happy to help you out with your requirements from Zoho and from BSP. So please do participate in the poll. And then once that's done, I think I'll open up for maybe 1 or 2 questions if you guys have any. But since we're running out of time, if you have questions, please do drop to the Q&A panel, or you can always write to us. You can like reply to your webinar invite email, and we would be happy to help you out with any questions you have on Creator, or on how you can solve your business problem, or how you can reach out to us. Anything you have, please do write to us. Since we are pretty low on time, I think I will wrap up today's session. Thank you so much for joining us. It was great having you, and thank you, BSP. They've been doing this with us for the last few months, and we've seen really good, responses and results out of this. So thank you, guys. Thank you for taking the time to, reach out, help us reach out so many people. And we will definitely come back with more sessions and, more resources for you guys to get to know Creator and kind of get started with your business automation. So thank you so much for joining. Before I leave, I would like to tell you guys about the Creator Developers Month. So do watch out Creator Space, our social media. We are celebrating developers the next month, since the World's Programmers Day is on September 13th. So we have a lot of exciting things that are coming up on Creator. So do watch our space. But until then, thank you so much for joining us today. Thank you, Paul. Thank you, Angela, Yunus, and Osama. It was a great session. Thanks, guys. Cheers. Bye.
Thank you every time.
Thanks, everybody.
Bye.
Thank you.
Bye.
Bye. Have a great day.